On reading music, so I'm just going to set this aside.
It's good that they included it. Now put it away.
Exactly.
Seems a little excessive for a cord.
Yep, this baby is secure. Clever. I'm going to do that on my keyboards when I know that I've got to travel with them. That tape keeps them from going down.
Now we are. Okay. Aren't you glad I caught that?
Well, that was eager to get out of the bag. This is a sustain pedal, I believe, or it probably can be plugged into either the sustain or the damper port. So let's look at that real quick. On the back, we have right and left line out and only a damper pedal. Okay.
How about the USB?
Now this USB should be your MIDI interface. So it's a very simple, straightforward keyboard. Not a lot of frills, but I think I also caught this on sale for $400. So. Okay, so without even turning the volume up, we did power it up, but without even turning the volume up any, this is a weighted keyboard, and a lot of people online have really said nice things about the weighted action, and I think I agree. It's very nice. Volume is not that impressive, but I do believe that primarily the speakers, they fire forward a little bit here, but primarily rearward, and I think that may actually help if you're playing for other people to hear.
So 2 speakers going this way?
Yes. These are speaker grills. I've studied that and I know it to be true. Let's prove that. Very much true. They fire backwards. So if it's against a wall, it reflects back at you. And here's the little speaker grills that are firing towards me. And it sounds good sitting here. But the volume is not that impressive sitting right here firing out into an open room.
I think you might be surprised. It's loud out here. It's louder out right past it.
was full up. That was all the way up. Sounds nice. Sounds a little warm. So it honestly sounds a little bit better suited to jazz and blues than I would have expected. It's not really a sterile sound, but let me see which piano sound we're on here. This is their concert grand. Here's a modern piano. Electric Piano 1. So we have concert, modern, and electric piano, and I was prepared for that. These are quick source buttons right here, but we also have a metronome, we have a recorder, and I believe that if I hit function and then a key, I can select from a wider range of sound banks. So we have electric piano 1 and 2, FM electric piano, 60s electric piano, harpsichord, vibraphone, strings, pipe organ, jazz organ, electric organ 1 and 2, and bass. So, and it looks like we also have effects, reverb, and chorus. We also can adjust touch response up here from off and then low, medium, and high touch response. It feels pretty good out of the box, but I will definitely play with the touch response and the effects. Generally, I want the effects off. That's what I prefer, but
looks like
it's hard to say.
More grand piano.
Yes, I skipped over. We have grand piano. We have the concert, which we've heard, and the modern that we've heard. And we've not heard the classic, the mellow, or the bright. So let's try classic. Okay, so you hold the function button while you hit the corresponding key. So now we're in classic. And one of the things I've read, and I see it instantly to be true, you have to remember which one you're on, because there are nothing to illuminate to show that we're now on classic, except we know we're on one of these because you do not have any of these three quick source buttons illuminated. So that proves that you're on one of the presets. Oh, classic. So I'm finding I really like the classic sound. It seems very clean and realistic to pianos that I've played. Of course, it's been years since I had a chance to play it on the really high dollar pianos in college, so maybe I have a tainted ear, but I really like this. And I'm playing with the sustain pedal now. It's just on or off, but it sounds very realistic. We have mellow. Let's try the mellow sound. Hold function and hit the key. There we go. Bright. So I would guess this may sound about like a Yamaha Grand. Very bright, very abrasive. That has an appeal for sure. In fact, honestly, it feels a little warmer than some of the really sterile sounding pianos. So that's a nice sound. So far I really like the classic and I like the bright. So just a little quicker here, and I probably have wasted time. A little quicker here, let's look through some of the electric pianos. Those really interest me. So that's electric piano 1. I dabbled with that a minute ago. Let's try 2. Wow, that has a great Rhodes feel. I own a Rhodes, and the way the key acts in response is just very much like a Rhodes. That is nice. Okay, I like it. FM electric piano. Not my thing so much, but it sounds great. Alright, 60s electric piano. So that probably sounds quite a bit like a Fender as well, I would guess. I wonder if it has a stereo tremolo effect. That would be fun. Let's try. Indeed it does. So the electric piano too is a lot like a Fender Rhodes with no effects, and this has a stereo tremolo. all, except for this is a very nicely weighted keyboard, which you never should pair with a jazz organ. But if you had to, I guess if you were gigging and there was a track where you just had to have an organ, this sounds good. So we have electric organ 1 and 2. Let's quickly see what those are.
That was almost appropriate. That was almost take me out to the ball game.
I don't know the song at all. Take the basic melody out by ear because I don't know it. Let's try electric organ 2. Well, that's a pretty sweet drawbar setting there for some jazz. So, oh yeah. So if I figure out how to split this so that I've got bass, which is my last tone is bass. So if I can pair bass in the left hand and that could be fun. Okay, so I took a break. I read up on the split function, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, this does not have a split function, which might frustrate some people, but it kind of does have a split function. Casio, in all their wisdom, recognized that bass is not something that you're going to want to play with 2 hands. So, whatever tone that you're on, pianos all the way through organs, when you trigger the bass tone, it creates a split from a set point, and it's not an adjustable point, but the bottom couple of octaves here, and I haven't even done this, this is the first time, I just read it. So we're going to do it in a second, but we're currently on organ. So I'm going to turn the bass on, and it's going to leave the organ on the top several octaves while giving us a bass split. So let's try it. Okay, we still have organ, but let's hear the bass. Okay, so it's an acoustic bass. It's like an upright bass. That's all I'm going to show you guys. There will be a lot more that I'll learn, a lot more that you guys can learn if you buy one of these. But having played this, I got to say that the way the action and the sound meld, it really feels like a genuine instrument. I was especially impressed with all of the acoustic pianos and the electric pianos that sound like kind of a Tynes Rhodes type of sound. The way the way the key engages that sound is just exactly like it should be with both of those instruments. And to me, that sells it. That sells it. This thing is $400 if you can catch it on sale. It sounds great. And I think it sounds even better. Rumor has it, it sounds better when you hook it up to, you know, some real studio monitors. But it sounds great on its own. It's extremely portable. I can't tell you what the weight is. You can look that up. But I'll tell you, it's light as a feather. It's very compact, extremely small. There's not much bulk here. The action is amazing. What more can I say? So anyway, this is going to Belize with me for sure. And some of my nicer keyboards may just never get down there. Who knows? Anyway, thanks for watching.